Welcome to the Beefy Pod, the official podcast of Beefy, the multi-chain yield optimizer, getting you some of the best yield in all of crypto. I'm your host, Jorge, with TBC, the man, the animal, the machine from down under, and today, do we have a show for you? So much is going on. The crypto market crashed after an inflation report. Netflix is making a comedy about Bitcoin. JP Morgan is going on-chain with their new money market fund. Citigroup is still bullish, and oh so much more. But TBC, let's get the conversation started. Our worst performing video was uploaded
Let's go
this week. The market crashed the same day that we posted a video with a picture of Jerome Powell saying, "Time to hump."
We're doing good.
Here is the thumbnail. Definitely, we're doing great, I guess.
The most credible podcast out
Just-
there. Let's go.
Definitely credible. No financial advice from us.
Yeah.
But TBC, so after looking deeper into this, it appears that the reason the market dumped, even though we had what I would call a decent CPI, because the market was expecting inflation to soar basically back up to 3%, but instead it just went up slightly by 2.7%. But it looks like even though the market, the general market, stock market went up a little bit, crypto fell, which was quite interesting, which shows like a divergence between the two markets. And it looks like the reason the crypto market went down is because you recall we spoke about Japan's interest rate hikes. So it seems that drove a lot of crypto traders to sell. In other words, they are just not as confident in the crypto market as they are in the American stock market.
Is that what we're saying?
It seems like people are worried about. That's apparently what's going on. And
how many crypto? Like
Yeah,
how
it's
many
kinda
crypto
boring.
traders
It's
you know? It's
kinda
like,
boring.
oh boy, I can't wait to see what the Bank of Japan fucking does. I mean, I don't know. Like,
I know.
Like, is this what we're assuming? Right? Is this what we're assuming? We're all sitting around like, when I got into crypto, right? We were trading burger tokens and dog tokens, and now we're sitting here and saying that these same people a few years later are looking at jobs report and inflation numbers that are coming out of Bangladesh. Come on, I don't believe it. I don't care. These are not actual crypto traders. These are those other people that you invited to the party much later, Jorge, that give two craps about this stuff. Also, what do these people want, right? What do these people want? The inflation report came out below what everyone anticipated, and you're like, oh, everyone, we should be excited about that. But then someone's like, oh no, the Bank of Japan. Like, who gives a shit about Japan? Like, honestly, when it comes to crypto, I know there's some people over there, but like when I look at countries that use products in DeFi, Japan is not typically in the top anything. So I don't buy it. I don't buy it, Jorge.
I think I think that it's, although this is kind of like a generalization that we have written here, I think, but I believe that the main reason is because it's like a double-edged sword. You know, people see inflation rising, so the value of the dollar is going down. And also the US economy is not looking that hot, but in the stock market, it's looking pretty good. Like the stock market overall this year performed pretty well. And so people are just like, am I going to bank on crypto, which is down overall this year, or am I going to bank on the stock market? And I think that's the general reason why we got a split, because the CPI is still indicating that inflation is going up, just not as fast as anticipated. And I think that the general market was like, I guess I should put my money in the S&P and the NASDAQ, where at least I'm somewhat catching up to inflation. So this year, basically, if you were holding crypto, things became, if you bought crypto
apparently
anyways
no
this
one
year,
did that, so it
then
doesn't
things
matter.
became more expensive. Yeah.
But like the whole purpose, Jorge, of crypto
So-
was to escape inflation. And now you're telling all these boomers out there that are in crypto to go back to dollars or euros.
I'm not telling them.
I
I'm
buy-
just
we should
saying
buy
my
some euros.
thoughts.
Seriously? I don't. This is a stupid report. Who wrote this? But Bankless Times, you're not a credible news source. Get out of here. I don't buy it. This is listen. This is all manipulation. You guys wanted those TradFi bros. They have nothing better to do to dump on you all day involved in this, and this is what you're getting. So there you go. That's it.
That's true.
That's it.
That is very true. Yep. TradFi wants to dump on you. But speaking of TradFi, Coinbase is not just going into stock trading, but also prediction markets. The app that is trying to become the all-in-one app. It's not just going to be the place where you trade crypto, but it's also going to be the hub of gambling and stock trading.
Gambling. Careful with those words. Can't just say gambling. What's the matter with you, Jorge?
What is that? That's right. It's trading prediction contracts. I'm sorry. You know, you're not gambling on which team is going to win. You're trying to make some money off of the contract to predict which football team is going going to win. Major difference there. And you make a profit if your prediction happens to be right.
Please use the words correctly.
Definitely not gambling.
There's no mob relations here.
Yeah. So, hold on. I'm so sorry, CoffeeZilla, that I had to do that to you. Anyways, so crypto market exchange giant Coinbase is dramatically expanding its platform beyond digital assets by introducing stock trading and prediction markets directly in the app. The move positions Coinbase not just as a crypto exchange, but as a broader financial marketplace, competing with traditional brokerages like Robinhood and tapping into the fast-growing world of event-based contracts with help from prediction market provider Kalshi. So interesting. Actually, I did not know that. So they are partnering with Kalshi in order to pick this up. You know what? This explains why Polymarket wants to create its own layer 2, because Coinbase is now making a partnership with Kalshi. And in a way, wouldn't that be like Kalshi's foot in the door for the crypto market TBC? That's what it's looking like. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you on everything here, 100%. Although I have some questions, Jorge. This is, does this help crypto at all? Does Coinbase moving into stocks and prediction markets onboard more users to crypto? Or is this going to just, I don't know, distract people from onboarding to come gamble with, use DeFi with us?
Well, I think that the way to look at it is like this. If they're supporting stocks, then that's their way of trying to attract people who are just trading on traditional markets to move into the crypto market. That's kind of the way I look at it. Not to mention, because of the Genius Act, you can effectively get, not financial advice, but they are offering a lot of rewards on holding your USDC as well. So, in this case, it looks like they're trying to suck in other parts of the market. Now, will Coinbase be able to win that versus Robinhood? I'm not sure, because Robinhood already has a huge chunk of stock traders. You know what I mean? But Coinbase definitely has more crypto traders. So it looks like this is more of a fight against Robinhood, if you ask me.
I have a prediction for next year. I predict,
what is your prediction, TBC?
That in the year 2026, we will see a Coinbase and a Robinhood commercial during the Super Bowl. And I'm going to see if I can bet that somewhere on Polymarket. Yeah.
No.
Oh, I'm
TBC.
Trading
a
contract.
The wrong language. You're not betting. You're trading a future contract on a prediction that you can place money on.
Okay.
So that way you can make a higher return. It's financial tools, not gambling.
I'm still new to this. Remember, I'm the dumb one here.
God damn it, TBC. We're going to get sued.
So which company is going to sue us? I don't even know anymore. There's so many of them, and everyone's got their hands. This is like Kansas City in the 40s, man. Like, they got their hands in everything. I don't even know anymore. I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry, everybody. My apologies. Don't gamble.
I know,
kids.
He's sorry, but TBC. Big thing here, though. If I have to say, my biggest takeaway from this. Jorge prediction here.
Oh,
short
he
Polymarket.
said it. Can I short
And now,
Polymarket on
it's not
Polymarket?
because I have a gripe with them.
Yeah.
Me generally, the closest thing I get to gambling is the crypto market and stocks.
Well, it's not gambling.
That's basically it. But and
it's called investing.
But what I would say, yes, you're right.
Investing.
It's called investing. So investing. But in this case, I'm not a fan of these gambling products in general. Like I think it's a cultural failure personally. But that's just my opinion. But with that being said, I mean, if you have to take your funds, and here's the thing, most people in crypto are still not people that put all their money in wallets. Let's just be real here. I think that most people who are using Polymarket were bridging funds from their app into Polygon in order to access Polymarket. And now it's like you can just use Kalshi, you can just use Coinbase, you can just use Robinhood. So I mean, I don't see a universe unless Polymarket can figure out a new way to angle their product market fit. So
I don't think so.
Controversial Jorge opinion here, and I'm not trying to be a hater against the crypto space, but
crypto is dead. Jorge has predicted crypto will die in 2026.
I'm long DeFi.
2026.
I'm long DeFi.
Okay.
I'm long DeFi, short Polymarket.
Okay.
Anyways,
yes.
TBC.
Yes.
Speaking of very exciting stories,
I have a very big DeFi right now. You know,
this is your bread.
Very hard.
Speaking of stuff that's not DeFi but on chain, the SEC approves a DTCC tokenized security pilot. Now I know you guys are probably watching this and going, "That is a bunch of fancy words. What the does that mean, Jorge? Can you please break it down?" So I will. So the SEC has granted a no action letter allowing the depository trust company DTC, the cleaning subsidiary of the department clearing, excuse me, for the clearing subsidiary of the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, DTCC, to launch a pilot program to tokenize U.S. securities on select
I wonder who's going to get that
blockchain
contract.
networks. This historic
Brad Garrett house, maybe.
This is a historic. No. It's
Sorry.
TBC. I didn't come to. This is not a comedy show.
I'm sorry.
We're speaking about facts here. No offense, XRP people. This is a historic step towards integrating the blockchain technology with traditional Wall Street infrastructure, enabling tokenized versions of stocks, ETFs, and U.S. Treasury securities, while keeping full regulatory protections and custody with the DTCC. The pilot is set to begin the second half of 2026 for at least 3 years. So something I want to note here, this is not you. This is you basically buying a token, but the stock is being held by the DTC. So it's you are trading the stock, but you're trading a derivative of the stock, not the actual stock. But this is kind of the first step. Sorry, TBC. Why do you elaborate on why you're laughing?
You said all the magic words. This is like, okay, I'll let you finish. I thought we've come so far in this space.
We've come so far. But anyways, the point is you're basically like trading you're trading the asset, but the asset is being held off chain. So it's a certain
they're just meme
it's a step in the right direction.
They're just printing tokens now that
for the most part,
my Tesla stock. Okay, I gotcha.
I mean, I feel confident that the DTC is going to be ultra boring and not do any weird financial finagling on the back, but you know what? I think we should just go to the next story. The point is bullish news.
This is bullish. More
bullish.
Shit tokens.
This is bullish. Also, XRP is definitely, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong, but I feel confident that this is probably just Solana.
No one uses Solana.
Probably.
Government. Also, first off, who at the Ethereum Foundation is like talking to the government? Like, does the ETH Foundation, do they have lobbyists? Are they in the ear of politicians?
Dude, it's probably Vitalik in a unicorn costume. He's showing up to the office in a
I can't wait for that meeting in the White House when Donald Trump sits down with Vitalik on the couches and on the chairs with the oh god.
Vitalik is such a great guy. I love Ethereum. Ethereum is so good, my boys. They tell me they love Ethereum, and I say, I met the guy. I met Ethereum's daddy, Vitalik.
Could you imagine?
What a great guy.
Like when Vitalik talks, I don't understand anything he talks about. He talks in a language of nerd that I've never heard before, right?
Dude, I swear to God, I saw him in my first crypto conference, ETH Toronto, whatever. And if you go over there, definitely one of the best, in my opinion, one of the better crypto conferences. And when I was there, I didn't meet him, but I saw him speak. And I swear to God, his head is way bigger in person. He has like an abnormally...
I saw the pictures.
I don't mean like he looks unhealthy. He looks like you look at his head and you don't even have to hear him talk. You're like, he's a smart dude.
We saw, it's just the phone in his pocket. Calm down. That's what you're...
It's not what I'm talking about. Say, his cranium...
Shaped like a mushroom.
His cranium, I swear, is bigger than like the average person. Like... And for the most part, he's a very intelligent guy.
I have no idea what he says.
And I enjoy reading when he writes stuff on X. Also, I appreciate him pushing back on Elon Musk bullshit about ending Europe or whatever. He just goes on. He's like, I live there basically 2 to 3 months out of the year. A lot of this stuff people are complaining about is not true. But he also acknowledges a lot of the issues of speech and like... kind of the way they run finances over there. So he's not ignorant either, but I can appreciate that he, in a very eloquent, long post.
Put that post, okay.
Which I guess I'll put here for like 5 seconds and a link in the comment if you want to read it.
Yes.
Anyways, TBC.
Oh, boy.
I got a story for you from
let's go.
your homeboys in North Korea.
Oh, my God.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us about that?
You didn't know. Everybody's favorite country, the North Koreaers, had a record-breaking year this year. They are killing it. And if you haven't been paying attention, man, hold on to your wallets. North Korea has emerged as the most dominant threat in crypto crime. That's it, baby. They're killing it. With state-linked hacking groups stealing over $2 billion in 2025 alone. That increases North Korea's gross domestic product to $2 billion this year. Let's go. Investigators say that a single $1.5 billion exploit became the largest crypto hack in history. And hey, man, if you pay attention, man, their phishing attempts are so good. They catch people slipping all the time. Anyway, blockchain intelligence firms estimate that North Korea now accounts for roughly 60% of all global crypto theft this year. And they're...
Dude, that is, do you just picture them like, like a Gatorade commercial? You know how like you would see the athletes playing and they're like getting tired and they drink a Gatorade and their sweat turns green? You remember that shit? That's what's going on. Like they're like, oh, I'm getting tired, and it's like popping a Gatorade and they're like, yeah, I can hack anything.
You remember
like
dude,
if you believe,
remember,
you can accomplish.
Every 90s movie that like they would have like that one person be like, oh, he's a hacker, and the computers could do just anything, and they don't even use mouses, right? That's what I imagine North Korean hackers are. They're just all sitting around, just they got these computers, these PCs that the old dirty white PCs that are like 1 million years old, and they're just hacking their asses off, dude. Oh God, it's so impressive, dude. Jorge, their lifetime cumulative theft is reported to be close to $6.75 billion. So they're closing in on the 7B mark, right? So they like people they speculate.
That's
right?
wild.
I don't know who knows this or whatever, but they said they believed this supports weapons development. Okay. Weapons development and their conquest of global geopolitical warfare. Okay, well, I don't know if that's the case. If you know anything about North Korea, I don't know. Like $6 billion is going to go a long way to keeping that country pretty homogeneously closed off. So, good for you guys. You got to be safe out there, man. North Korea is out to get you, and if they're the boogeyman, then that's the boogeyman. Now, I don't know. Could be other intelligence agencies constantly trying to steal from us. I mean, who knows, right? Who knows? Right? We could just blame North Korea because they can't defend themselves. But that's the thing. We've got to lift sanctions on North Korea. And maybe we could get, one of, the dear leader to come on this podcast and clarify things and see if these numbers are actually accurate. I'll see if I can reach out to him
I don't know if, dude, I don't know if the dear leader can be on because, you know, he's probably has gout from all the Swiss cheese that he's bought with his newfound billions of dollars. You know, look, what's interesting too is that these aren't just like weird, like amalgamous, like coding hacks.
Yeah.
These are social hacks. Like according to this report from Chainalysis, it says often embedding IT workers inside crypto services or using sophisticated impersonation tactics targeting executives. So like, you know, when these CEOs are like on TV and it's like, I'm a genius and I, of course, you know, I know they they trick those people. They are like, bro, if you get a weird email, right? You know what it is, TBC? My theory, they have the kawaii girls. They have the kawaii girls, and they are on the internet going like, "Do you want a Zoom community?"
It's not even that. Like I used to like, dude, you don't understand. Like because, like when you work in this space, right? And the people that reach out to you, like, it's pretty slow now, but like you'd get like hundreds of DMs a week, you know, and everybody's like, "Hey, can we set up a meeting?" You know, and everybody sounds legit, and like you gotta the difficulty in trying to verify anybody, especially now, is it's nearly impossible. And if you slip, all you gotta do is slip once. But hey, man, you gotta like. My recommendation is never click a link. Always have separate devices for your comms and of course then your actual transactions. Nothing can be interconnected, right? Nothing. Don't let your money touch your socials. And also, folks.
Very important,
keep that shit separate. And never and think everybody's out to scam you. Okay? Everyone. The checkout clerk at the store, your priest, your wife, your children, your mother-in-law, Jorge. He might be running a sophisticated scam right now on me. I don't know. I don't click his fucking links.
No, but TBC, you're missing one important category of people. If you're at a crypto conference and you think the kawaii girl is into you, she is not. She is there to get your seed phrase. TBC, and look where you are now. She took everything, bro.
She's gonna call.
Anyways, TBC, your favorite
Jamie
Dimon. JP Morgan launches its first tokenized market money fund.
Welcome to the space,
dude. This is pretty damn bullish. Anyways, and what? Hold on. And what chain do you think it's on?
Don't say it. Is it? It's not. It's got to be Ethereum. Please be Ethereum. Yo, my God!
Yeah, it's on.
He's a true dev. Oh, Jamie, I knew it. He's one of us,
dude. So this is called the My On-Chain Net Yield Fund, or Money for short, which is on the Ethereum blockchain, marking a major step by traditional financial giant into blockchain native investment products. The fund tokenizes ownership of classic money market assets like U.S. Treasury securities and repos, letting qualified investors hold and trade funds shared as digital tokens. Money aims to blend traditional low-risk yield with efficiency and transparency of blockchain settlements. I mean, look, you got to imagine that, you know, I think he was very genuine when he was when Jamie Dimon went on TV and was like, this stuff is a scam, whatever, it's fraud. I think that he knew he was losing the battle, and this is them capitulating, because using blockchain for these type of products can be incredibly efficient. And Ethereum by far is the most secure chain. I mean, and notice these are not like hunky-dory assets. These are U.S. treasuries and repos. There would be huge legal ramifications if any fdangling was going on in the background. So, I mean, I think this is bullish. This is why I still hold Ethereum, even when the market is down, even when the market is up. I just hold it. We'll see what happens. But I think it's just a nice turn of events. But interestingly enough, it says for qualified investors that subscribe and redeem through Morgan Money, receiving digital tokens in their wallets. So it doesn't look like this is easily accessible for everyone. TBC, do you have thoughts? Do you have feelings?
No. It's great. It's great to see that we're winning, and we managed to seduce JP to our side. The entire crew over at Morgan is like, yes, We must do this. And listen, we all kind of saw this coming, right? Like,
Yeah.
this has kind of been on to her. This has been
We've
on
been talking about this forever.
This is an old story for the most part. We all knew that, like, there is a certain degree that it makes really good sense for banks to use blockchains. It'll make so much of their actual transactions, their clearinghouses makes so much sense, right? Like, it's almost like crypto was designed for banks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep, that's TBC. Where we always have these positive stories and they go right back to negative.
Okay, my
stuff.
bad. But it's true. It's good. Good job.
Well,
good job. And we all knew Jamie was. We all knew he's a Bitcoin maxi. He tells you to FUD because he's manipulating you, you dumb bastard. So don't trust this man. He's one of us, dude. He's one of us. You're gonna see him. You're gonna see him at the next crypto event, dude. He's gonna be up on stage talking. He's got a bunch of kawaii girls around him. And you know what? He's so freaking rich and powerful.
Yeah,
those kawaii girls actually like him. Yes.
Actually
Not
want
like
to
me.
stay with him for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, moving on.
Well, TBC. I know we
do.
bash Solana sometimes. And full disclosure, I made money on Solana. I sold, but it doesn't mean I won't go back in. I think the prices going down is good for me personally. But let's look at this. Jump Crypto's Firedancer hits Solana's mainnet for 1 million plus transactions per second ambition. Now,
does
this
Solana
is
have 1 million
pretty
transactions
insane.
per
This
second?
would be a lot faster.
Come on.
I mean, dude, it's getting there.
think you need
Right
some
now, it's only a
users
few
first.
validators, which might be like 3 of all 12. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't know how many
I'll look it up
validators.
while you're reading.
Jump Crypto's Firedancer validator client has gone live on the Solana mainnet, making a major milestone in Solana's scaling roadmap. Firedancer isn't just another client; it's a ground rewrite in C++, designed to boost throughput, resilience, and client diversity for Solana. The project has been in development for over 3 years and has demonstrated the ability to handle over 1 million transactions per second in performance tests, pushing Solana closer to its long-term scalability goals. It's important to understand that the original goal of Solana was to move all markets on chain.
Oh.
And in order,
I didn't know.
all of them, like every global market, every stock market,
It sounds like what
every
Coinbase is
bond
doing.
market. And in order, interesting how now it's like they work together, but it's a contest. But anyhow, so with that being said, I think this is a big move for Solana. Honestly, I'm sure I've mentioned this a few times now, but my skepticism with Solana is always going to be security. If they can just turn off the chain, then you should always be skeptical. Imagine if you're moving for a lot of people, $1,000 can be a lot of money. $10,000 can be a lot of money for some people.
How fucking rich are
And
you,
if you're
Jorge?
just moving,
$10 could be a lot of money for some. Not me, obviously. See, I knew it. Jorge, you.
I never said that. I never said that.
Right? You lied
I'm
in the
not
last
rich,
episode.
TBC.
You
I'm a
worked
working
my
class
ass.
American.
You're so
I'm a
hanging out with kawaii girls.
I'm
and
just an
Jamie
innocent
Dimon,
alcohol
Rob
salesman.
Murray.
Okay. Anyways, with that being said, the majority of the people that use Solana are
Yes,
basically entry-level users, and a lot of them came because because it's easy to use and because it's frictionless. And that's one thing Ethereum is still working on, and their most recent upgrade is moving in that direction. But Solana seems to be going in the direction of first get the users, get the high velocity transactions, then work on security after, presumably.
Bold strategy.
I don't know. I don't know for sure. But I think at the end of the day, although this is great, I'm all for it. I want Solana to do well. And I think there's space for other chains. But until they can prove strong security, I think that their use cases are going to be predominantly retail use, until they can prove to institutions that they're safe and decentralized enough. Centralization always causes issues, man. Imagine if what's his name? I forget the name of the founder of Solana.
There is one.
It'll come to me. Anatoly Yakovenko. Imagine if someone came up to him and said, "Hey, if you can shut down this network for
Yeah.
30 minutes, I'll pay you $1 billion.
What
I mean,
if
$1 billion
North
is a
Korea gets
life-changing
their
amount of
hands
money.
on the Switch? Holds it hostage.
You never know. So, you know, you could even try to shut down one validator, but it doesn't, or even one client in Ethereum, it could still
there's
run.
A lot of validators.
You know, so it's insanely there's a ton of validators. So it's very difficult to shut it down. But, you know, with that being said, I'm very excited for Solana. And I likely am going to.
This is why we gotta talk about
when I
every time we talk about Solana, it's just
$100.
Jorge trying to pump his bags.
No, I don't have any Solana in my bag to pump.
You hear that?
But I'm excited. I'm glad to see that they finally made it through.
Yes.
But you know, the other thing, TBC, all that volume, like handling of volume, was useful when it was all in meme coins. And it seems like the market's moving away from meme coins. And you know what my thing is? People who would buy meme coins are now using Kalshi, Polymarket. Right. They're going to be using Robinhood.
That's right.
These are people that need instant gratification. Gamblers.
Whoa.
And sorry, financial money market.
Yes.
Contract trading, financially literate people.
They don't have a problem.
Excuse me, TBC. Jorge. Please don't sue me.
They are contract creators. Yes.
TBC.
The Fed?
We're going to jump because we're running short on time to Citigroup sets a 12-month base case target for Bitcoin at 143,000. Now, I don't know if I feel that way, but if Citigroup, if you're huffing airplane glue, pass that over here, man. I need your optimism right now. Wall Street giant Citigroup has published a fresh outlook on Bitcoin's price over the next 12 months, setting a base case of 143,000 or a 60% upside from current levels. Driven by renewed ETF demand, potential regulatory clarity, and growing institutional adoption, Citi outlines a bull case above 189,000 and a bear case near 78,000 if macro risk materialize.
That's fine.
So pretty interesting.
I'm okay with that.
Basically, Citigroup is giga bullish. I mean, they're basically saying that your worst case Bitcoin goes down a little more, but that's actually really good. Citigroup, actually, I take that back, man. You guys, I think you guys might be onto something here. And it makes a lot of sense because when you think about it, the timing of this publication is pretty interesting because last week, Vanguard, or was it last week or 2 weeks ago, Vanguard basically got into the market. So one of the largest investment groups is getting in. And I think Citigroup sees like the writing on the wall that this is just the beginning. They probably know something that we don't.
They're going to buy.
So, I mean,
Citigroup's going to buy, obviously.
Maybe I need to be buying.
Yeah.
Citigroup is obviously buying.
It's 78.50. Sounds good to me. I'm okay with that. Let's have a little bit bear. Let's get that down. Let's get
Jim Cramer.
Support levels around 70,000.
Dude, Jim Cramer's a regular viewer. Dude, and Jim Cramer's like a regular viewer here. I mean, if he's watching, please don't talk about crypto. Just let it be. Talk about other markets. Don't talk about us. Let us be.
Let's get these normies onboarded. How are we going to do that?
We're going to do that by Netflix introducing a comedy called One Attempt Remaining. So Netflix has announced a new comedy that is a crypto-inspired romantic comedy. I don't know if all those words make sense. I don't know if you've ever been at a crypto conference. Not a whole lot of romance going on there.
You got to pay for it. Or you just get it for free from my Kawhi girl. She, I love her. She must track down and better things. Anyway, did you see this plot?
You gotta let her go,
dude. This is cringe-inducing, dude.
So hold on, but this is going to be featuring the ever so beautiful and talented Jennifer Gardner, and is directed by Kay Cannon, who I guess made a film called Blockers and Cinderella. Am I reading that right? I'm not sure. Haven't heard of this guy, but. It's going to be interesting. It's about a couple that is trying to track down a password of an old cryptocurrency wallet worth millions, which is honestly pretty funny because there's a few people that have actually done that. So I think it's a pretty good plot. It doesn't look like it's going to be a very crypto-centric film, or as much as it's going to be a kind of like a story that revolves around the wealth gained in crypto.
Okay. Who is
But
this
still,
for?
you know, it's apparently a romantic comedy.
Who is this for? Jennifer Gardner.
I don't
It's like,
fucking
yeah,
know.
she's a nice lady, but she's 53. Who, like, I'm just saying, like,
What's wrong with that?
Okay, that's fine.
She's still gorgeous.
But who's the target demographic for this Netflix show? Who's
Well,
okay?
I have a theory. I have a theory here. First off, Jennifer Gardner's in a stage in her career where she basically can choose the scripts she wants to handle. You know what I mean? Her name is big enough that she can basically be in any movie she wants. So I think that her choice means that the script is probably pretty good. I have a feeling this is going to be a good movie. And I think that the fact that she jumped on is going to attract a lot of viewers. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to watch this movie and finish. And look at this. This is about a password to an old wallet that is now worth millions. There's going to be a lot of people that are like, whoa,
but
crypto can make you a millionaire.
You're missing my point. Like,
after watching this,
like, who's a 20-some-year-old that's going to be like, what's this grandma doing? Like, why do I care? Like, right? Like, if you're trading, if you're
TBC.
I'm sorry, if you're gambling on
TBC,
contracts on Kalshi or something, you shut up. Just hold on.
No, you're not gambling.
Whatever.
You're
My
trading
point is, you
future
probably
contracts,
don't care about
TBC.
Jennifer Gardner, and she's probably, you look at her, you're like, who's this boomer, right? I'm just saying, like, you couldn't find a younger person. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe like her dad died, and he's like, I left you a clue to where my PK is, right? Like, we couldn't have written a script so that it targets a younger demographic. Like, I don't know. I know Jorge's excited about this because that dude,
But TBC, I
point?
think you're missing the point here. Younger people are already queued in to crypto. I know that's, you might not believe me, but I've been to those crypto conferences. It's a lot of people between the age of like 20 to 30. I actually
so you're just gonna assume they're gonna watch it because this is a crypto-ish.
One of my in-law
rom-com?
cousins, is that the word? Yeah, one of my wife's cousins is like a huge NFT trader, and he's like 20, I think,
NFT
and he's been to Dubai and all these conferences, and yeah, and he's made a lot of money doing that.
Can you
So,
text him and
younger
see if he's
people are
into
already
Jennifer
queued
Gardner?
in. We're about to get people in their late 40s and early 50s who actually have money to watch this film and
but
potentially
like,
become interested in crypto.
But how?
I
right?
mean,
like how? Like the plot is she lost her password. She lost.
TBC, I'm going to put this picture of Jennifer Gardner. This photo, if that woman looks at you and says, I'm going to talk to you about crypto, which is very unlikely. I'm sorry. You guys who are at the crypto conference, that is not going to happen.
She's going to be speaking at the next Bitcoin convention.
You probably would be in love
Jennifer
right away
Gardner,
and do whatever she tells you.
Okay. Whatever. Just, which one of you kids out there watches Netflix? Anybody? Drop a... You're a boomer, Jorge.
Dude, are you kidding me? Nobody has
you made all your
anymore.
money on Solana's
I'm not
first
a
run.
boomer.
Now you're trying to get another one. Now
I did
now
not.
Just, this is. I don't know. I feel like I could have written a better plot for a movie, and I can't wait for this movie to come out, and then you and I are gonna have an entire episode about it where we break it down. Yes, we're just gonna
so
talk
devoted to it, dude.
I'm
gonna take so many notes. But TBC,
are we talking about the
one
Epstein
last
client
thing.
list and all the
We
Bitcoin
wanted to
people
take a
on
moment.
it?
Oh my God, dude! Dude, this is a crypto show, but holy
First off,
crap,
that's
the
not
Michael
real.
Jackson
That's
photos,
I don't
and
believe
then
it, Mike. There's no way,
and
man.
too
Michael
much of
Jackson's
it is
a good guy.
redacted.
Don't buy any of that. It's all
dude.
they were out to get him. They're
We
out
are
to get him.
getting distracted, bro.
Michael Jackson is the original Satoshi.
Before we lose track, TBC and I wanted to say thank you guys for such a wonderful year. I mean, thank you guys for watching the show. We're always working hard, editing, making, coming up with ideas, doing things differently. And the Beefy Pod and Beefy have been awesome to us. And we just want to thank you all for watching. We're going to go off until after New Year's. So no new episodes till then. But I wanted to give you, guys a big shout out. Thank you to all 5 of you that watch the show. And we love you guys very much. And if you are watching this and enjoy it, please subscribe, check out the show. Next year, we're going to have some fun changes, and we will give you our predictions.
A review about Jennifer Gardner's love movie. Let's go. Oh, my God.
Oh, dude, I hope it's a good movie. Anyways, thank you for watching. You rock. You guys rock. And I hope you
Happy
have
holidays,
an
everybody.
excellent holiday. Cheers, TBC.